Jnanakosha Vedas Atharvana Veda by pact.
ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवज्रवत्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पतः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः
Atharvana Veda based Upanishads, Prashna Upanishad. Here is the Upanishad. Om, O gods, may we hear auspicious words with the ears. While engaged in sacrifices, may we see auspicious things with the eyes. While praising the gods with steady limbs, may we enjoy a life that is beneficial to the gods. May Indra of ancient fame be auspicious to us. May the supremely rich Pusa, god of the earth, be propitious to us. May Garuda, the destroyer of evil, be well disposed towards us. May Brihaspati ensure our welfare. Om, peace, peace, peace. Prashna Upanishad, Chapter 4. Then the grandson of Surya, born of the family of Garga, asked him, O adorable sir, which are the organs that go to sleep in this person, which keep awake in him? Which is the deity who experiences dream? To whom occurs this happiness? In whom do all get merged? To him he said, O Gargaya, just as all the rays of the setting sun become unified in this orbit of light and day disperse from the sun as it rises up again. Similarly, all that becomes unified in the high deity, the mind, hence this person does not then hear, does not see, does not smell, does not taste, does not touch, does not speak, does not grasp, does not enjoy, does not eject, does not move. People say he is sleeping. It is the fires, the functions resembling fire of prana, that really keep awake in this city of the body. That which is this apana really resembles the gargapatya fire, vayana resembles the fire, anvaharya pakchana. Since the ahavanya fire is obtained from grahapatya, which is the former source of extraction, therefore prana conforms to ahavanya because of its issuing out of apana. Samana is the priest called hota because it strikes a balance between exhalation and inhalation, which are but comparable to two oblations. The mind is verily the sacrificer, the desired fruit, udana, which leads this sacrificer every day to Brahman. In this dream state, this deity, the mind, experiences greatness. Whatever was seen, it sees again. Whatever was heard, it hears again. Whatever was perceived in the different places and directions, it experiences again and again. It perceives all by becoming all that was seen or not seen, heard or not heard, perceived or not perceived, and whatever is real or unreal. When that deity, the mind, becomes overwhelmed by solar rays called bile, then in this state of deity does not see dreams. Then all the time there occurs this kind of happiness in this body. To illustrate the point, as the birds, O good-looking one, proceed towards the tree that provides lodging, just so all these proceed to the Supreme Self. Earth and the rudiment of earth, water and the rudiment of water, fire and the rudiment of fire, space and the rudiment of space, the organ and object of vision, the organ and object of hearing, the organ and object of smell, the organ and object of taste, the organ and object of touch, the organ and content of speech, the hands and the object grasped, sex and enjoyment, the organ of excretion, and the excreta, the feet and the space trodden, the mind and the content of thought, understanding and the content of understanding, egoism and the content of egoism, awareness and the content of awareness, the shining skin and the object revealed by that prana, and all that has to be held by prana. And this one is the seer, feeler, hearer, smeller, taster, thinker, ascertainer, doer, the Purusha, pervading the body and senses, that is a knower by nature. This becomes wholly established in the supreme, immutable self. He who realizes that shadowless, bodiless, colorless, pure, immutable attains the supreme, immutable itself. O amiable one, he again who realizes becomes omniscient and all. Illustrative of this, there occurs this verse. O amiable one, he becomes all knowing and enters into all, who knows that immutable wherein merges the cognizing self, the Purusha, who is naturally a knower, as also do the organs and the elements together with all the deities. Chapter 5. Next, Satyakama, son of Sibi, asked him, O venerable sir, which world does he really win thereby, who among men internally meditates on Om in that wonderful way till death? To him he said, O Satyakama, this very Brahman that is known as the inferior and superior is but this Om. Therefore the illumined soul attains either of the two through this one means alone. Should he meditate on Om as consisting of one letter too, he becomes enlightened even by that and attains a human birth on the earth. The Rik mantras lead him to the human birth, being endued there with self-control, continence and faith, he experiences greatness. Now again, if he meditates on Om with the help of the second letter, he becomes identified with the mind. By the Yajur mantras, he is lifted to the intermediate space, the world of the moon. Having experienced greatness in the lunar world, he turns round again. Again, anyone who meditates on the Supreme Purusha with the help of this very syllable Om, as possessed by three letters, becomes unified in the sun, consisting of light. As a snake becomes freed from its slough, exactly is a similar way he becomes freed from sin, and he is lifted up to the world of Brahma by the Sama mantras. From this total mass of creatures that Hiranyagarbha is, he sees the Supreme Purusha that penetrates every being that is higher than the higher one. Bearing on this, there occurs two verses. The three letters by themselves are within the range of death, but if they are closely joined one to another, are not divergently applied to different objects, and are applied to the three courses of action, external, internal, and intermediate, that are properly resorted to, then the man of enlightenment does not shake, remains undisturbed. The intelligent know this world that is attainable by the Rik mantras, the intermediate space achievable by the Yajur mantras, and that which is reached by the Sama mantras. The enlightened man attains the threefold world through Om alone, and through Om as an aid he reaches that also which is the supreme reality, that is quiet and beyond old age, death and fear. Chapter 6. Then Sukesa, son of Bharadwaja, asked him, Venerable Sir, Hiranyagarbha Nabha, a prince of Koshala, approached me and put this question. Bharadwaja, do you know the Purusha possessed of 16 limbs? To that prince I said, I do not know him. Had I known him, why should I not have told you? Anyone who utters a falsehood tries dries up root and all. Therefore, I cannot afford to utter a falsehood. Silently he went away, riding on the chariot. Of that Purusha I ask you, where does he exist? To him, he Pipalada said, O amiable one, here itself inside the body is that Purusha in whom originate the 16 digits or limbs. He deliberated, as a result of whose departure shall I rise up, and as a result of whose continuance shall I remain established. He created prana, from prana he created faith, space, air, fire, water, earth, organs, mind, food. From food he created vigor, self-control, mantras, rites, worlds, and name in the world. The illustration is this: just as these flowing rivers that have the sea as their goal get absorbed after reaching the sea, and their names and forms are destroyed, and they are called merely the sea, so also these 16 parts of the all-seeing Purusha that have Purusha as their goal disappear on reaching Purusha, when their names and forms are destroyed, and they are simply called Purusha. Such a man of realization becomes free from the parts and is immortal. On this point there occurs this verse: you should know that Purusha, who is worthy to be known and in whom are transfixed the parts like spokes in the nave of a chariot wheel, so that death may not afflict you anywhere. To them he said, I know this Supreme Brahman, thus far only, beyond this there is nothing. While worshipping him, they said, you indeed are our Father, who have ferried us across Nisines to the other shore. Salutation to the great seers. Salutation to the great seers. O gods, may we hear auspicious words with the ears, while engaged in sacrifices. May we see auspicious things with the eyes, while praising the gods with steady limbs. May we enjoy a life that is beneficial to the gods. May Indra of ancient fame be auspicious to us. May the supremely rich, all-knowing Pusa, god of the earth, be propitious to us. May Garuda, the destroyer of evil, be well disposed towards us. May Brihaspati ensures our welfare. Om, peace, peace, peace. Here ends the Prashnopanishad included in the Atharva Veda.